The clock strikes 2 a.m. The room is completely engulfed in darkness and silence. But inside your head, right now, is the most chaotic, noisy, and brutal courtroom. You are rewinding a mere 5-minute conversation from this morning, or maybe even from 3 years ago. You analyze every word, every frown of the other person. You are drawing up 14 different disaster scenarios for a meeting tomorrow, and preparing ready-made responses for situations that will probably never happen. If you see your own reflection in this, welcome to the world of overthinkers. When you share this with others, the most common advice you receive is, "Oh, just let it go," or "just stop thinking about it." They say it as if your brain has a switch, and you just need to reach up, flick it off, and everything will fade into peace. But in reality, saying stop thinking to an overthinker is like telling someone drowning underwater to just breathe normally. It is completely useless, and even toxic. To break out of this loop, Psychology Inside today will help you stop judging yourself and see through the deep psychological roots of the overthinking disease. From a neuroscience perspective, overthinking is not a weakness of rationality. On the contrary, it is an overactive survival mechanism. You see, the human brain was not designed to make us happy, it was designed to keep us alive. When you face an uncertain event, for example, a text message "we need to talk later" from your boss or partner, the amygdala in your brain immediately sends out a red alert. Your brain hates ambiguity. It would rather believe in a worst-case scenario invented by itself than to be suspended in uncertainty. Therefore, your frantic thinking, drawing up dozens of disaster scenarios, is actually your brain's attempt to give you an illusion of control. The more you think, the more you feel like you are doing something to solve the problem, even though you are just running exhaustedly on an invisible hamster wheel. But let's dig a little deeper. Why do some people crave control to the point of obsession? Why is your warning system more sensitive than a normal person's? The answer often lies in past traumas. Many people who suffer from overthinking grew up in unstable environments or experienced toxic relationships where things could change 180 degrees in a blink. When you were a child living with emotionally volatile adults, you were forced to develop a superior analytical ability to survive. You had to learn how to read footsteps, how they closed doors, or a single glance to guess if a storm was coming. You learned that, if I don't anticipate every situation, I will get hurt. Therefore, your overthinking habit today is actually the remnant of a protective shield that your inner child once had to use to survive. Your chest frequently tightens with anxiety, not because you are crazy, but because your body is still trying to protect you from the ghosts of the past. So how do we stop? First and foremost, stop fighting your own thoughts. The more you try to extinguish it, the fiercer it will burn. When panicked thoughts arrive, instead of panicking, step back and become a silent observer. Tell yourself, my brain is running its mine, detecting program again. Thank you for trying to protect me, but I am safe now. Second, realize that overthinking is just a massive amount of energy being misdirected. A brain capable of analyzing 14 different scenarios in 1 second is incredibly intelligent and creative. If you learn to slow down, put pen to paper, and channel that anxiety into practical action plans, you will turn the curse of overthinking into a superpower of deep empathy, strategic planning, and meticulousness. You cannot stop the wave from crashing, but you can definitely learn how to surf it. If this video embraced your deepest insecurities at 2 a.m., please hit subscribe to continue healing with us. What do you overthink about the most before sleeping? Share in the comments. See you in the next video. How to trick your brain to sleep in 5 minutes.